Hello guys, welcome to another video. Like always, this story doesn't belong to me and the link to the original poster will be in the description. That being said, let's get into the video. What if Minato had adopted Obito or a better route? Chapter 52 and part 52. Naruto nearly jumped right into the ring in excitement, but Jiraiya stopped him before he could. Calm down, Gaki. We have gotta make a plan first. Anko, who had just gotten back from getting herself some tango, asked Jiraiya, "Wait, wasn't Mito supposed to face Hinata next? Did it get moved back?" Jiraiya shook his head. "No, she forfeited. Hinata was in too bad of a condition to fight." Jiraiya rolled his eyes and turned back to Naruto. "As I am guessing you already know, you wanna show off little little of your new ability as soon as possible. Stick with long range attacks and provide an long range attack and avoid everything Kankaro sends at you. If I were you, I would be using as many shadow clones as I could and just avoid any head-on fight with him altogether." Naruto thought about and had something in mind. "Remember that the thing we were talking about, with the demon in the shuriken?" Jiraiya raised an eyebrow. "Yeah, what about?" "Oh, that's perfect. All you gotta do is keep from getting hit until you are in a good position to launch it at him." Anko took a bite of her tango. "What demon wind shuriken thing?" Jiraiya just laughed. "You got to keep Kakashi's strategy against Dosu. You got to keep Kakashi's strategy against Dosu a secret. Let me keep Naruto's strategy against Kankaro a secret." Naruto jumped down into the arena while the two of them were talking. They weren't the only ones talking about the fight either. The Kage box was discussing it as well. In particular, the fake Kazekage was pretending to talk up his son. "I would be worried about the Namikaze boy if I were you. My son is a master of puppets has some of the Sand's most most deadly poison. Naruto could be knocked out in a blink of an eye." Obito wanted to burst out laughing at that comment, but restrained himself as if Naruto would lose so easily. "Naruto is one of our village's greatest up-and-coming ninjas. Your son should be quite nervous as well." Lord Kazekage, the fake Kazekage, didn't say anything more. Just watch as the two competitors entered the arena. Everyone was sure this would be an interesting fight at least. When the two of them entered the arena, Kankaro was the first to speak. He seemed nervous about fighting Naruto, but not too nervous. "You might be able to give my brother a run for his money, but you don't have that crazy defense like he does. You would better not take me lightly." Naruto knew Kankaro wasn't going to be an easy fight, but he had no intention of losing. "I won't, Kankaro, but you better give, but you would better be ready for the special little trick I have got in store for you." Kankaro was about to ask what that meant when Genma interrupted him. "Naruto versus Kankaro. In 3, 2, 1, begin!" Naruto made his favorite hand seals and created three shadow clones, sending them all at Kankaro. Kankaro didn't move. In fact, he didn't even seem nervous. The clones hit Kankaro at different spots. One went for his head, another his knee, and the last one his side. All three clones. That's when Kankaro's face burst off, revealing that his puppet was actually the one standing there, while he was in the behind on his behind, on the in the binding beyond his back. Kankaro unwrapped himself and told Naruto, "Sending your clones out first, not a bad plan, but you will have to do better than that if you want to beat me." Naruto cracked his knuckles and got ready. Oh, I intend to. Kankaro raised his hand and said to Crow after Naruto. Naruto did a backflip to get out of the way. Once one of Crow's blades narrowly missed his neck. Opening his mouth, Crow launched three poison smoke bombs at the blonde. A cloud of purple smoke descended on Naruto, and Kankaro watched closely to see if he had won. He had won. He heard screaming from the mist. Great! Air replention. Replention. The mist is cleared and Naruto stood there smirking. Looks like Kankuro wasn't going to be able to use his usual poison technique. He was going to have to hit Naruto directly if he wanted to poison him. Kankuro used Crow to launch a bunch of Senbon at Naruto. Naruto made as many clones as he could to shield him, so many to the point that you couldn't even see the real Naruto anymore. Kankaro was about to launch another attack but stopped when he saw a demon wind shuriken heading his way. It narrowly missed, embedding itself in the ground next to Kankaro. Kankaro was about to comment on how badly Naruto had missed him but was stopped when he felt a new presence next to him. Naruto was next to him and the demon wind shuriken was gone. Naruto gave Kankaro a hard kick to the face, sending him flying backwards. Naruto was about to go into end the fight when he saw one of Crow's limbs flying at him with its blade extended. With only seconds to spare, Naruto ducked and the blade got stuck into a tree. Kankuro had used that time to get back up and reposition himself. Naruto was ready to counter though. With a small army of clones, the crowd watched on the edge of their seats. There were so many clones and crows Crow was moving so fast, no one could tell what was really going on. Finally, a loud grunt could be heard from Kankuro, followed by Naruto's clone backing off. Genma could see that Crow wasn't moving and Kankuro looked knocked out. He raised up his hand. Kankuro is unable to continue. Naruto is the winner. The two of them were escorted back to the balcony. Kankuro met up with Tenten first. Well, that was actually pretty fun. Tenten thought it looked pretty fun herself. Yeah, it was a great fight. Naruto was more on the other side of the balcony being congratulated by Anko. Nice job, Gaki. That thing with the demon wind shuriken was freaking brilliant. Naruto gave one of his foxy grins. Yeah, that was one of my better moments. The group was still uh, talk when they noticed Shino walking up with who? Hello Naruto, that was a nice impressive match. Fu and I enjoyed it very much. Naruto looked at the two of them and raised an eyebrow. You and Fu, huh? Shino blushed slightly, though you couldn't see it. We have entered a relationship that is starting to take more of a romantic nature. Yes, Fu held his hand. We have got a lot in common. Kiva asked half jokingly. You mean that you have both got bugs inside of you? Fu actually laughed. The group found out about her being a Jinjuri shortly after she arrived. Much to her surprise, they were all very accepting of her. She had never had anyone actually willing to try and understand her, which these guys actually did. It actually got her to the point that she could joke with them. I was refraining to use both having problems due to things we cannot control and both having an insti- interest in bugs. But yeah, that too. Genma called down the next match, Tamari vs Shikamaru. Please come down to the center of the arena. Up in the Kage box, Obito and false Kage were once again discussing the battle. Your son put up quite a fight, Obito commented. The false Kazekage wasn't so quick to praise. He fought hard, but he still lost the battle. Obito once again felt the urge to knock this guy across the hidden leaf. I feel that they both did very well. The next match should be an interesting one. Two incredibly smart ninjas facing one another. One that the Kazekage agrees. Yes, I am looking forward to this little battle of the minds. It will be a very enjoyable match to watch. Obito was about to respond when Itachi came up behind him and whispered, Sasuke still refers to leave the states. Refuses to leave the states. Sasuke. Obito frowned deeply, then make him come. Itachi shook his head. It wouldn't do any good. He still wouldn't talk to us, and I doubt he will talk to his friends either, sir. I really don't know what to say, so what to so here. My brother never been. My brother's never been like this. Obito didn't really have a clue either. Just get him here and let me talk to him. I think I might know how to get through to him. The false Kazekage chuckled as Itachi walked away. Trouble in your village? Obito simply turned to watch the match. This is none of your concern. In the center of the arena, Shikamaru and Tamari were preparing for the battle ahead of them. Shikamaru asked, ready for a fight, troublesome woman? Tamari pulled the fan off her bag. As ready as you are, lazy boy. Genma once again raised his hand to start the match. Tamari versus Shikamaru in 3, 2, 1, begin! Shikamaru jumped back and then took off his coat and tied a kunai to it. Even Tamari stopped for a second to give him a funny look. She didn't have time to figure out what he was going to do though. When facing Shikamaru, every move meant something. It was best just to strike fast before he had a chance for what he was planning could come to full circle. Tamari raised up her fan and took a big swing at Shikamaru. He threw the kunai tied to the shirt and in the air before he braced himself for the attack. Shikamaru got a little cut up, but nothing too bad. Tamari was about to go again when she noticed the shirt with the kunai was floating in the air. Okay, so it was in the air, but so it is in the air, but what was the point of that? She suddenly realized what it was for and barely avoided Shikamaru using the shadow from the now now in the air kunai to trap her. She had to say it had been a smart plan. Pretty good, lazy boy. You almost had me there. Shikamaru shrugged. It wasn't a bad place to start. I have got a few other things in mind that I think will work better though. Tamari raised up her fan again. Too bad you didn't have time to use them. Everyone continued to watch as the fight went on, like from what it seemed like ages. Shikamaru was smarter than Tamari was, but on the same token, Tamari had much more raw power than Shikamaru did. The two of them just balanced each other out so well had basically gotten into a deadlock. It was clear that the goal had become to outlast each other. The question was who would run out of chakra first. After nearly half an hour of back and forth cat and mouse game they had been playing, Shikamaru finally made one more go for the win. Tamari was getting her fan ready to make one final swing at him when she suddenly found herself unable to move. She could see that she had been caught in his shadow position. She didn't understand how he had done it until Shikamaru said, You have been careful to stay out of my range, but you have been so busy that you didn't stop pa- you busy that you stopped paying attention to the kunai up there. Between between the chances in the angle of the sun and floating slightly, I was able to capture you. Tamari prepared to lose the match, but she never could have expected what she heard next. I forfeit. Tamari's eyes shot wide open. What? I swear, if you are forfeiting because of me, Shikamaru didn't let her finish. I'm gonna run out of chakra in like a minute or two. So there's no point in continue to fight. Proctor called the match. Genma was shocked to see it end that way, but did what he had to do. Shikamaru has forfeited. Tamari is the winner. They walked back to the balcony with Tamari slightly complaining about how Shikamaru forfeited. It fell on deaf ear though, as Genma called, We will give Tamari a break in between her matches with Kakashi. We will give Tamari a break in between her match with Kakashi. Would Gara and Kina, please come down with come down to the center of the arena. That's all for part 52 and chapter 52 of A Better Route. If you wanna be notified for future parts and other what if and fan fiction reading, then the best way is by subscribing. And yeah, I also have a Discord. If you know what want to add me on Discord, you can find my Discord user link in the description, so just copy and paste it and I will add you as soon as possible. But yeah, that's all for this video. I hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye.